Hey everybody, Dave Isaacs here for TrueFire.com with another installment in the Riffin series. And today I want to talk about using triads. Now a triad, for those of you who may not have studied music theory, is just the simplest form of a chord. It's a three-note chord. When you play a regular open chord on the guitar, triad is in there. You're playing the three notes that make up the triad, but we're also adding some additional notes. So, for example, this D chord has the triad of D, F sharp, and A, but it also has an additional D, and that just fills out the sound. A G chord, depending on which voicing you have, might have three G's and a B and a D, maybe another B, or it might have three G's, one B, and two D's, but it's still G, B, D. And triads on the guitar work out as simple shapes, and they're going to come directly out of things that you already know. The only difference is that we're not going to play big 5- and 6-note chords, sometimes 4-note chords, and it doesn't mean that you can't use the big bar chords. But I'm very specifically talking today about 3-note major triads and the different inversions. An inversion is when you take a triad that has the notes in a certain order. Say note 1 of the scale, note 3 of the scale, note 5 of the scale. This would be an example of one of those. I know there's a little glare on the guitar neck, so let me move in a little bit. So I'm playing a G chord. It's just string 4, fret 5, string 3, fret 4, and string 2, fret 3. So if I play the scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like with intervals, those three notes create the chord. Now I can play a 4-note chord if I just make a bar and add the octave. So I have the option of 3 notes here or 4 notes. Taking these 3 notes, G, B, D, to invert this means that I'm going to make the G the highest note. So instead of G, B, D, it becomes B, D, G. And this is another form that we use a lot. In this case, I've got my ring finger on string 4, fret 9, index on string 3, fret 7, and middle on string 2, fret 8. This is actually related to a D form, because if you look at this, if I play a bar, we have your D shape. It just happens to be a G chord up in this place, in this position. So this gives you a G, this gives you a G, and then with my free pinky, if I want, I have an additional 4-note shape available to me. So listen, here's the original, what we call root position G Triad. Jumping up. You can hear how they're both G chords, they're just emphasizing different notes. Now if we invert it again, we get this. D, G, B, and this, you can probably figure already, comes straight out of that bar chord. And if you want to add a 4th note, the pinky can go here on the 1st string. That's 3 frets up. And you can even play a bar with the pinky, covering the 1st and 2nd strings, creating a different sound. So here we have one inversion of the G Triad. These are all majors. Here's another, and here's another. Now these are all movable, so to make a G and A, I just move up. So if I experiment with using all three of these forms, now we get something like this. A, G, D, A, D, G, A, or up here, A, D, G, D, back to the A. So now applying all the principles we've talked about in the past, trying to find distinctive rhythms, distinctive melodic aspects to your riffs. Again, you have many, 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 many possibilities. The arpeggiated things work great with stuff like this. Nice and melodic, or more rhythmic. Key of D. So, lots and lots of possibilities. Go to it, have fun with it. I'm Dave Isaacs. Thanks for watching.